the last episode, we met up with the other paper hats to send off our fancy bedrock breaking machine. We needed a machine like this to remove 100,000 bedrock from the nether roof. This is all so we can have one of the fanciest nether hubs in Minecraft. And in this episode, we'll be back in the nether to take care of a couple of things. I want to create a Piglin barter farm. This will give me another source of quartz for my base and a ton of blackstone for the nether hub project. But before we get too far into it, I'm Dr. Jankovic. Welcome to the wonderful world of Everbloom, and this is episode 22. And if you're unaware what Piglin bartering is, if you give Piglin some gold, they'll pick it up and trade you items. As you saw there, I got leather and gravel, but what we're in here for is quartz and blackstone. And while throwing a few pieces of gold at random Piglins is a good way to get just a few items, obviously we're gonna need a ton of items, which means we're gonna need a ton of gold. So let's talk about options. My options are endlessly mining down below the world for a whole lot of gold, which is gonna take many hours. I can spend some time building my own gold farm. However, my third option is trying to meet up with one of the other paper hats who has a gold farm and see if I can't get some sort of VIP pass. I like the third option. We can help out somebody with a little bit of diamonds and we'll get ourselves access to a gold farm, and we can even build a Piglin barter farm right under there, so it sweetens the deal a little bit. Luckily, there is at least one paper hat with a gold farm, and the one I'm thinking about is SuperBoyGamer. I'm not sure if anybody else has a gold farm, but I would say he would be absolutely willing to make a deal with us. So let's go and see if we can't try to find Superboy. And here we are at Super's perimeter. I don't see him floating anywhere over here. He's usually digging or he's up top at his gold farm, which you just have to go to this giant arrow in the corner and then you can have roof access. And there in the distance, there it is, his massive gold farm, which is very quick. And oh my goodness, look at it. I would love to use that. And is that a super over there? Hello? Super?
Hello.
How's it going?
Hello.
Okay. Wow.
Good.
Diamond throne.
Oh, yeah, you know, this is just my normal chair. I bring it everywhere. Sometimes I just leave it behind because, you know,
Yeah.
it's a hassle to carry it more than anything. And, you know, it's just easy to come by blocks, you know.
Right, yes. I would love to see what your real chair looks like, not your mobile one. I have a bit of a proposition for you, and I don't know if this is something you are planning on doing. If possible, I would love to buy a VIP pass to this gold farm.
Well, that's kind of funny because I have one right here.
Oh, really? Okay. What would the damage be?
Well, this is a really nice farm, you know. It produces a lot of gold.
Yes.
There's plenty of chests full of nuggets here of the gold variety, not the chicken.
Yeah. I mean, it looks quality. You know, no fakes here.
Yeah, no fakes. I checked myself. No fool's gold. I did the
Yeah.
whole bite test and everything.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
On every single nugget.
By the way, do you have a jacket with diamond buttons?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Just rich people things.
Yeah, rich people. Yeah, I'm looking to spend some diamonds for this investment. I need a lot of quartz, a lot of blackstone. After we work out that, I've got another question for you.
I'm assuming this is for use of the farm more than just once. VIP pass.
Yeah, I'm thinking till the end of the season.
Unlimited use of the farm until the end of the season. And because I'm such a good friend, I'll give you a little bit of a discount. So what about 32 diamonds, my friend?
32 diamonds. I can do that. That is not a problem. All right, here you go,
There's
sir.
your pass.
Oh, thank you very much. We passed it at the very same time. All right, I'm going to put that in my ender chest before I lose it. Thank you very much. That is amazing.
Of course.
I have earned my way to using a gold farm. My other question is, I do see a severe lack of a Piglin barter farm. Is that something you had planned, or shall I build that?
I mean, it's something I want here. Never actually planned anything yet to build it. So if you're offering to build one here, you're more than welcome to.
Okay, I have a design in mind, so I will definitely build one. Where would you like it? Would you like it directly under the farm? Or beside it?
Beside it would work just fine, like right over here.
Oh, yeah, extend this glass platform?
Just expand it, make it more, make it look like it's part of the gold farm, essentially.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I will absolutely do that. Yeah, well, it's been a pleasure doing business. I'm sure this helps us. Well, it might help me out a little bit more than you. You seem to be doing fine on diamonds.
All right. Well, thank you for the business, my friend.
Yep, absolutely. I will see you around.
See you around.
Well, we've done it. I'm really happy we were able to make a deal with Super for a VIP pass to this thing. And as you can see behind me, it is incredibly fast. I'm really excited for what we could do with this thing. And I suppose the next logical step is figure out what this thing can do. We need to figure out how much gold we can get in an hour and hopefully build a Piglin barter farm that can keep up with that. So I think I'll AFK here for about half an hour, see what kind of rates we get, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I AFK'd for about 30 minutes and I came down here and crafted everything up. And here is what we've got. Now, I do believe there was a little bit extra that Super left in there, and probably some more from me standing around the farm, but it is safe to say this thing pumps out an insane amount of gold. What I said earlier about building a Piglin barter farm to keep up with the gold output in this thing, I would say that Piglin barter farm would have to be massive, much more massive than I'm interested in building. So I think we're going to go with a pretty reasonable number of 8 Piglins. Piglins trade a piece of gold every 5 to 7 seconds, I believe, so regardless, it's going to be a quick farm, and there is such thing as AFKing, so we don't necessarily have to keep up with the output of this gold farm. Luckily, I have a design that I put together myself. Let's pop into my creative world. And here we are in my creative world. This is the design I was able to come up with. It holds 8 Piglins. And I've timed it well enough for when they get done with one piece of gold, they're immediately handed another one, so it's pretty quick. The other feature I was able to figure out is once you load gold into this chest, it'll turn itself on and it'll turn itself off as soon as the storage is empty. I know there are plenty of other designs, probably more efficient than this one, but sometimes I like to sit down and have a little bit of fun with redstone. So I think we're gonna build this on the Paperhats server. And we're back on the Paperhats server, and I have something to admit. I have already built this farm. On a recent stream, we built this. It didn't take very long, but I completely forgot to hit record on replay mod, so I'm super sorry about not having that time lapse. But that gives us an opportunity to make a really cool storage building time lapse. And unfortunately, there are a couple of problems with that. Problem number one, I built this too close to Super's, and I can't properly get the sorters in here. However, it looks like he doesn't need all this ice here, so we can actually shorten this for him, I think. That looks perfect. I was able to reduce this about 6 blocks, so we've got plenty of room for the sorters now. And luckily, I have all the materials here, the chests, the hoppers, and in my redstone box, all the repeaters, comparators, redstone torches, all those technical bits. So let's roll that time lapse as promised. I hope you enjoyed that little time lapse there. We can officially call this project completed. As you can see, I'm saving 4 columns of quartz, 4 columns of blackstone, 1 of gravel, crying obsidian, soul sand, and nether brick. And then these 2 columns here are just going to be overflow for the other stuff I didn't want to sort themselves, because I really don't need a lot of that stuff. And for the next steps, I think we should do a proper AFK session on this thing. I've never really put too much gold through this design, so I'm really excited. So I'm gonna take all this gold I have here, pack it into that double chest up there. I'm sure this is gonna take a couple hours of AFK time, but then we'll kind of know how much we're gonna get every hour. I don't think this is quite gonna be a full double chest, but it's gonna come pretty close. All right, the Piglins are all loaded up on gold. Let's find ourselves an AFK spot. I've been eyeing this spot for a little while. It's just a little cubby hole that just so happened to be here, and I think it's the perfect one. So let's wait a couple hours and then we'll see what we have. I have a great feeling about that AFK session. Let's see what we got. For quartz, we got about this many, about half a shulker or so. For blackstone, we got almost a double chest. I'm really excited to see how much blackstone we got because we're going to need a lot of it for the nether hub. We got just as much gravel here, and that's great. Maybe we can start building with concrete more. About 7 stacks of crying obsidian, a few stacks of obsidian, the most part of a shulker for soul soil, and about as much for nether brick. And of course, there is a whole bunch of miscellaneous stuff that we don't quite need right now, but maybe we'll have a use for in the future. The only thing we're missing is a good way to transport items back from this farm over to the main nether area. And yes, there are a ton of shulkers on the server currently, but that requires finding all those empty shulkers, wrangling them up, bringing them over here, packing them up, and then taking them back. Luckily, we have a massive shulker farm and access to many shulker shells. So I think I'm going to lay this chest here and we're going to fill it with the ability to make hundreds of shulkers. And here we are at the shulker farm. Let's make ourselves a shulker. And then we're going to fill this shulker up with 18 stacks of shells. And all we need now is 9 stacks of chest. I don't have that much wood, but I know where we can get it. You might remember this place over here. This is actually from the last episode. This is Dan's Industrial District, and we have made some friends. Last episode, we used this cobble generator behind me to get a whole bunch of cobble. This episode, we are going to be using the tree farm here. This is a pretty neat little machine, but we need enough wood to make 9 stacks of chest, which means 18 stacks of logs. So we're going to use this tree farm to get that really quickly. And here we are, we've got that packed all into this chest. That's plenty of shulkers to make gathering this stuff up easy. I'm so happy we got this Piglin barter farm set up finally. It's something I've been procrastinating, and it's going to help us out so much with building the base with all the quartz and building the nether hub with all the blackstone and all the other goodies you get from this. But unfortunately, that is all the time I have left for this episode. I know it's a bit of a short one, but we've got big things coming up. Guys, thanks so much for being here. If you've made it this far, be sure to like and subscribe if you like what you see and want to see more. And I will see you guys for episode 23 of Paper Hat Season 4. Thanks so much.